So we are back at this project here today. You didn't follow along in the last video. We put all this piping up, or we hooked to the piping that goes down in the ground here. We've got this red line hooked to there, and then that's going underground to the load stand. The other one, that goes through a pipe underground all the way that way, dumps into the pit that goes underneath this barn here to our right. You might be asking, well, why don't you just hook a load pipe right to the pump? Well, if we do that, then it blocks off this laneway here. We have to be able to get through here. So, we've got to hook up some gussets going up to those two 6-inch channels that I've got mounted to the concrete. We're going to mount another piece to the concrete, come up to that, hook to it. You can kind of see that it's not rigid enough, and we knew that anyway. But we needed to get this here set up here last night. And that's as far as we got. So we'll hook up some gussets to that, and we'll try to finish this job. We're going to put some plating down and kind of tie to these pipes here too, just to stiffen them up a little bit, if you will. And then to get a load, we've got some gusset pieces welded on in there. Got another one that I'm gonna put from this plate here backwards, and then I've got to put 2 off of that one and 1 more off of this one here. Alright, we got to close this one. Oh, I need both hands. I got to close that one and open that one. Alright, so we have this project done. This 3/4 plate that we have on the floor here is just an L-shaped piece that we had left, and we just kind of utilized it. It's kind of all chopped up and whatever. I would have rather have had this set up in the concrete, but it is pretty solid. It's not gonna go anywhere. Gusseted the posts this way and that way, and it is pretty solid. Again, we'll be able to, if you didn't follow along in the last video, we have this bolted to this top plate. We could take this Y off for when and if it wears out. We can pull that off in there, build another one, and set it right back on there. The pipes that go down in the ground, I probably didn't need to reinforce these at all, but we did anyhow. They're not in concrete. They're like 3/4 of an inch thick anyway. They're probably not going to go anywhere, but if it keeps it from shaking around in the ground, it's just a little bit of an insurance policy here, if you will. Concrete legs ain't the strongest thing, and I do have a couple of 3/4 inch legs to put in on that other plate over there. I ran out of legs, so we're gonna go ahead and call it a night here, and we'll join up with you guys here tomorrow morning. So this should last quite a while, providing they don't run it over. So we'll catch you guys in the morning. All right, we are into the following day. The more I got thinking about this here last night, I figured, you know what, we should get some paint on this. So I've moved the tractor out of the way, and we're going to prime this. We'll let the primer dry, and then we will paint it. Nice bright sunny day today, and we need to get thinking about getting into the fields here. Andrew and Sarah and Alex have gone to the chisel plows, and they're going to try plowing something. Maybe plant corn here tomorrow. Today is Mother's Day, May 11th. Well, this isn't working too well. Hose has got a hole in it. We need to find a new one. So, we'll run down to the shop and see if we don't have a new hose that we can throw on there. I had an injury in it that I seen here the other day, but I thought we had some time, so all right. Alright, we'll give that primer some time to dry. I just shortened this hose up is all I did. And we're just going to run with that for the time being. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass to get this hose swapped. We'll have to remove the regulator, unbolt the hose reel, turn it out, and swap the hose. Then I do have a new hose, but we're gonna wait to do that. So we'll give that a little time to dry, which ain't gonna take long in this sun and this air movement here, and we'll get it painted. All right, so we've got everything painted up here, and it probably didn't need to be painted. Take a long time for this iron to rot out, but by the time it would rot out, we would be doing something different anyways. So that's what things look like, all set up the way it is, and that is going to do it for this video. I want to thank everybody for watching, and we'll catch you at the next one. I ran out of gray paint. I had to paint this with black paint. So that's what we're working with. So that'll do her. Take it easy, folks.